Hey guys, welcome to the week that was. It is Monday.
It is.
And we are finally on track.
We were going to do it this morning when I got in, but that didn't work, did it?
Oh my God, it's been insane, guys. I can tell you now that we barely had time to eat anything. We were both eating virtually on the run, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We had stray after stray today. It was just bedlam. So we are actually surprised that we've managed to stay back and do the week that was.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to dive straight into it and let you know. So we've had some vet visits, which was Anya, our little blind girl. So
AKA Sandy, AKA Mama, because they're not giving up on Sandy.
No, they're not. But anyway, we noticed that her head was like this and her body was like this. We thought, oh. So sent her off to the vets, and our little miss is around 6 to 7 weeks pregnant, and I think they can see around 6 to 8 kittens in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have some baby kittens shortly. We don't know whether or not they're going to be blind, because initially we thought that her eyes had been damaged, and you thought they were like your cat with Chad, where they were sunken in and stuff like that. But it does turn out to be that it is a genetic thing for her. So there's probably a good chance that maybe the kittens will be as well. But it's really sad that a blind cat has ended out in the community, gotten pregnant, no one's come forward for her. Where she was found was where 2 cats were found in a carrier, but when they opened them, they both ran off. So we don't know if she was the white one that was referred to. We're not sure. But she was only found 200 meters away, so it's quite possible that she was left in a carrier in a park, which is awful.
Mm-hmm.
So that is our little girl. That's some news on her. Our other thing that we've been up to is Don and I went away for a few days and just needed to get away. It's been so bedlam, and I know the last 3 Sunday singers, everybody be thinking, geez, it must be quiet over there.
Yeah.
But I said to Tani today, we had that many dogs here. I said to Tani, before they go home, get out there and do a video so we can prove to the public how crazy it can be during the week.
Yeah.
So we do work really hard to get them home. And Tani said to me, I said to Tani, look, gonna go away. I'm just really, really exhausted, very tired. And she said, yeah, you've been looking tired, and I've been expecting it. So Don and I went away for a few days. It was relaxing. Came back to dogs, unchecked strays.
Bedlam again.
And I went, why does this happen when I go away? So anyway, we ended up catching out some liars. So we'll talk about that in the liar segment. Don's also been preparing the pound for the summer months that are about to come.
It's already getting warm, isn't it?
It is already starting to get warm, and so we've been putting up some shade sail and shade cloth everywhere just to minimise the amount of heat coming in. So Don's been busy doing that. We also had Don's been busy with Temu. She has discovered Temu. So she's bought me some animal rings, which I have to say, I do love anything,
cute.
anything related. So paws, cats, bones, dogs, you name it. But she did come up with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Tani thought it was pretty cool. She was going to borrow it for her cat.
I was. Little astronaut helmet.
Astronaut man. So Don said, we have a feral cat here that needs, we have 3 barn cats, and we still have to vaccinate them, flea and worm them. And so our worst one was coming up, and Don thought, I'll help yous. So she can't bite yous. All right, wait.
You working it?
Hang on.
Oh.
I'm like, all right.
That means we have to get very close to her
We
to
have
put
to
that
get
on her
that
face.
on her head.
Then
Quickly
close it.
do it.
Yeah.
Like, well, and I said to John, sure, she's going to use the paws. Did you buy something for the paws? John's like, no. So anyway, we do have this.
Got a little cat muzzle.
So Tani was quite impressed. She took it home for her boy that's had an operation on his eye. He had his eye removed.
Yep.
But then Tani realised that they can't drink. He can't
Yeah, he
drink.
wouldn't be able to drink. Because at the moment he's got to be separated so they don't lick his face. Our other cats don't lick him. But yeah, he wouldn't be able to keep it on anyway, so...
No. So...
But it's good that she's thinking of us, though. Thanks, Don.
Uh-huh.
we appreciate it.
And we weren't even game to try and get that on Sassy, were
No,
we?
but she actually did better than what I was expecting her to.
So it takes 3 of us to do Sassy. So I net, and then John's got the board because they're in a big long outside cattery, and there's an upstairs sleeping area. So obviously when I've got her on the net, I don't want to drag her down and then bump her on the ground. So I put the net over, John gets ready, we shuffle her on a board and we bring her down to the ground and we vaccinate her through the net. And that's where Tani is. So John and I are pinned her down in the net, and Tani put the flea treatment on her, and then we gave her a vaccination and it was done.
Yeah, she did very well. It was more, the issue was more Destiny, who we didn't even touch.
So they all laughed at me. So I'm in there, head in there like, where are you? Next thing you know, ah! But Lionel had run out and they said, oh, it's only Lionel. I said, the problem's not Lionel, it's that one. And then they looked and like, and they're like, oh. She was behind Sassy. So,
And because she's black as well, she would have just blended in with the shadows.
She blended into the shadow and the net touched her. Not a happy camper. I was like, ooh. But anyway, we got that done. So that was another chore we had to do, wasn't it? What else have we been up to? Well, we had a weekend of abusive people, didn't we? You had some, I had some.
Yeah. It's been a lot lately, just in general.
Yeah, but one lady in particular, she went next level that I called the police on her. And not only did she try to leave the premises with me behind the car, she'd found some dogs on the highway and said, I've got 2 dogs. I said, oh yeah, I found them on the highway. I said, whereabouts? On the highway. Where are you from? Newcastle. So then I'm thinking, did you find them on the highway in Newcastle or did you find them in the Maitland area? I said, okay, we just need you to fill in some paper. No. I said, what do you mean? She said, nope, I'm not filling in anything. I'm not taking responsibilities for these animals. I said, it's not responsibility. I have to be able to prove that I didn't steal someone's dogs because that's what we get accused of. Nope, not doing it. I said, all right, not taking them. So anyway, she's like, oh, fine. I said, you got a license? No. I said, you're driving a car? No, don't have it. Left it at home. Left it at my sister-in-law's. I said, oh, look, I'm really sorry. I can't help you if you're just not going to cooperate. She said, fine. She walked over to her car, opened up the door, told the dogs to get out. So there we are, trying to wrestle like these 2 little dogs. And all 4, she just wouldn't give her details, wouldn't give anything. It was just really, really difficult. All the while she's calling me a bee, I'm useless, and all I kept saying is, thank you. Thank you. But when she got in her car and went to reverse, I said, that's it. I'm done. What you've done, you've just put people's, if they're not your dogs or there's somebody's dogs that you know, you've just put them in harm's way. Those dogs could have been killed. So when you stop and you pick up animals and they come into your care, it is your responsibility to make sure that those dogs stay safe, sorry. And you don't just go opening them and tell them to get out on another road where they're not even from. These dogs have probably no road sense. And so anyway, she just kept yelling at me and calling me for everything under the sun. And then the police turned up and they were like, hey Dee, how you going? What's happening? And as I'm walking up, she comes charging up and they're like, excuse me, you can stay at your car while we talk to this lady first and then we'll be down and talk to you. And I could hear her like carrying on at them. And I think she was just wanting to be combative, wasn't she? No matter what we tried to say, it was just ridiculous. And all for 5 minutes. It would have taken her 5 minutes to say, yep, I found them here. Here's my license. You can verify my ID, sign the paperwork, off you go, we bring them in. Nope, just wanted an argument.
She was there for like, what, 35 minutes by the end of it?
35 minutes,
it was ridiculous.
40 minutes, yeah. And then saying that, you know, I've cost her money because she's missed an appointment. And so it was just a weekend for it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come back off my relaxing week and I come back to a crazy weekend.
To be fair though, you left on the Monday and you left midway while we were going through everything, so it kind of serves you right anyway.
Don't you say that's karma. That is not very polite at all.
I'm sorry, did we have to cut short our week that was video last week because it was too crazy and then you left like 5 minutes later?
I was leaving to go on holidays.
Okay, so we're just going to close this section off and we're going to come back with another section in a second.
See that?
Okay, just in case we don't have anybody in on Sunday Sangers, Dee just wanted me to get some proof, hi baby, that we do fill up quite quickly. So just in this morning, what time is it now? It is 12 o'clock. We have got doggos pretty much everywhere at the moment. Hi, Smiley. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, sweetheart. Hi, kitty. So yes, we have got quite a lot of dogs in at the moment. This is just from this morning. Okay, so we've had a little breather from that little discussion.
She's taken lessons off Don.
Yeah. I believe we have some liars this week.
We do have some liars. So, we had an elderly couple said they found a dog on the highway. I'm sick of this highway business. Now that I think about it. And anyway, I just didn't even speak. They pulled up and I said to Janine, they're guilty. Janine's like, hadn't even opened the window, hadn't even spoke. And anyway, Janine's talking to them. I think, right, I get up, I go out, scan the dog, come back in, said to Janine, snap a photo of their car. Anyway, I quickly jump on and look it up because I know they're lying. And it's to the breeder, right? But they've done a home transfer, which means the breeder has notified that they've sold it to this person, and that person's got to jump online and draw down and say, yep, I did take that dog, that is my dog. So anyway, I'm like, look at his name from, in the meantime, Janine's got him filling out the form. I've seen his name, have a bit of a look, like, okie dokie. Funny enough, that person is connected to that man. So I quickly jump up because I can see that they're starting to leave. And I said, hang on a minute, sir, get out of the car. He said, oh, is there something else? I said, yes. I said, would you like to explain to me who such and such is? And he said, oh, that's my daughter. I said, oh, wonderful. That's her dog. You can take it home to her. He said, oh, is that Bear?
I love it when people play dumb like that.
He said, oh, is that Bear? Oh, I didn't recognise him because she rehomed him 4 months ago. And I said, Jesus, sir. I said, what is the chances of you driving along the highway and you find a big German shepherd that you could barely hold? In fact, the dog slipped out of its collar and we were chasing that around the facility. It's your daughter's dog. I said, fancy that? I said, oh, well, it's still in her name. You'll have to take it back to her. She'll have to get in contact with the people she rehomed it. Lucky you've got a tarp on the seat for where the dog's at, because it looks like it's pooed on your seat.
Nice.
So that's Liar Liar Pants on Fire number 1. Liar Liar Pants on Fire number 2 happened with Tani on the Monday. So she sends me a photo and says, this little puppy came in. It wandered onto a property. I said, that's a lie. She's like, the guy says he doesn't know it. Said, he's a liar. So I get back, I go out, I drive onto the property. Mum dog comes and meets me at the car. Boobs hanging down. All these little puppies, like a matched pair. Like, oh, snap! Here's Mum. So, liar, liar, pants on fire.
And to be fair
Number
as
2.
well, you were talking as if I didn't know that they were dumping it. As soon as I saw that dog, I'm like, there's no way that this is a stray dog, that's their dog.
Because when I drove out there, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So there's a great distance of houses way away. I mean, I think this property is about 100 acre long. Okay? So, that puppy would have been walking for days.
Yeah, it's only like, what, 4 weeks old or something?
3.5 weeks. So, can I get your puppy, sir? Anyway, that's Liar Liar Pants on Fire number 2. Liar Liar Pants on Fire number 3 comes in from our most remote council that we look after. It's been found near a railway bridge. Okay, so we put it up. It gets shared everywhere. The vets put it up. I saw the post. I sent it to Janine. I said, heads up. She said, it's already on its way to us. And I'm sitting up on holidays, scouring all the pages where this dog was found. And I said to Don, it's dumped. Don's reading a book. What the hell are you talking about? What? I said, this one's dumped. Don's like, and how do you know that, Dee? I said, because I just do, Don.
Because you're having such a relaxing time away from work.
Yeah. See, it stresses me. And so, anyway, I got back. I said to the ranger, coming your way. I'm gonna do an investigation. She said, do you want me to come with you? I said, hell, why not? Let's go do it. Go to the finder's place, not home. Walk across the road. Hello. Do you recognise this dog? It was found out the front. Oh yes, it lives over there. Oh, my finder's place. Interesting. So give her a call. Oh no. I said, is there a reason after I put it on social media that I got responses back that the dog is from here? No, the sister dog lives next door. And then it just went quiet. And I thought, bum. Bet you sat there and thought, shite. I shouldn't have said that one. And I said, okay, well, here's the situation. This is what I'm going to do. And if I prove that it is this is what I'm going to do, and this is what it's going to cost you. Okay? So I said, I'm going to need to come and do a statement with you, if you're telling me the truth. Yeah. But I'm going away, so if you just email me the form I'll fill it in and send it back to you. He said, no, mate, doesn't work that way. But I'll leave that with you, all right? The guys at Dungog said, hey, do you want to stay for lunch, dude? Yeah, sure, why not? We just sat down for Chinese, and the ranger comes over and she goes, she's on the phone, she wants to talk to you. I said, really? I said, okay. So I said, come on, Ranger, let's go. So we go over into a quiet corner. I said, hi, how you going? She said, good. She said, can I talk to you? And I said, sure. What would you like to talk to me about? She said, well, it's not my dog. And I said, right. My neighbour next door went and got a puppy, and because we mentioned that we were thinking about getting a third dog, he brought us a puppy back too. I said, okay. And how long ago was that? 2 months ago. Then it's your puppy, mate. So what's the dog's name? I thought she said Junie. And I said, oh, do you spell that Junee? She said, no, Judy, like Judge Judy. I think the ranger and I both went, said, right? I said, okay. Here's the situation. You're not even in our council area. You're an hour away from us. You've driven the dog into this council's area, which is not even where you live. She said, yes, because I rang around rescue groups and other shelters, and they told me to take it to a vet and the vet would deal with it. I said, well, I'm lucky for you that you went into my area. You're going to have to come and get the dog. So $518 later for her trouble. Had I not been away, it might not have cost her as much money.
Yes.
But it happened while I was away, and the investigation happened when I got back.
Yep.
So, liar, liar, pants on fire, number 3. Liar, liar, pants on fire, number 4. Tani and I tackled that one. Tani took a call, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell them what the call was about?
Oh, they found 2 puppies. Nobody ever just finds puppies, guys. Ever.
And they could tell you that they were cattle dogs,
Tell what breed they were.
how old they were, and that they put it all over social media. And Tani's getting all the details, okay.
And I believe I gave you a few glances off to the side, like, are you hearing this too?
Yes, but while Tani's talking, I'm already on it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is on Facebook, selling them.
Yeah.
Last 2. Guess she couldn't sell them.
Yeah.
So anyway, Tani says to me, do you want to take over? I'm like, sure.
I could see the smile on her face. It gives her great pleasure. So
And I started off with, hi, this is the investigation officer, and I believe these are your puppies, so I'm going to actually do an investigation, or do you want to tell me about it? And then there was a bit of a pause, and then we started getting quickly talking that they've got a baby, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was a baby.
And can't cope with the 2. And
and their money troubles, can't afford them.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to.
It went on for ages.
Yeah. And I said, right. Now, these dogs didn't come into us, but they attempted to do it. So anyway, we said to them, look, we'll offer you assisted rehoming. We can speak to some rescue groups. We're probably sure that we can get these, help you. And we left it on that. Get us some photos, get us some details. We will help you. Tani takes a phone call, and this is where her abuse case comes in. Up to you, Tani. You take over with this one.
I won't go into much detail because I can't say a lot of it, but it was the partner. He was very unhappy about us accusing his partner of bringing in dogs that were theirs. And yeah, there was a lot of explicits and...
He doesn't want our help.
Yeah.
And that, and nobody had better turn up at their property.
Yep.
Mind you, I did send the rangers to their property. So So that was Liar Liar Pants on Fire number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm pretty sure there was a couple more, but I didn't write them down. But anyway, guys, we're running late. We've stayed back to do the week that was.
Yeah, you're already late for dinner, mate.
We've got a couple more things to add. So I'll finish it off really quickly. We had a very special visitor on the weekend.
No, she didn't come in while I was in. Would have been Friday.
Was it Friday?
Yeah, I wasn't on. But Don was, which probably would have been Friday.
Yes, Elsa came to visit, aka Happy Jack or Smiley. So we had a beautiful visit with her. I was off, and so Janine rang me and said, "Guess who's at the facility?" And I'm like, "Ah!" And my God, she looks so beautiful, so healthy, such a stunner, and it was so great to see them.
Yeah, I was a bit upset, but that's fine.
Well, that's
my fault. It's
anyway,
fine.
guys, we'll finish it off with 2 adoptions, and that is Lolly and Undertaker found new homes. So Lolly is staying as Lolly, and Undertaker is now Jed.
Short for Jedi.
Short for Jedi. Anyway, guys, that's the week that was. We're late going home. It's 5:30. We've been here an hour and a half over our times. That's us for another week. Thanks for watching. See you for now.